Hello, my name is Callie King, and I'm going to tell you all about my observation at Oakland Heights Elementary. I'll first inform you of the atmosphere in the classroom, then reflect on what I've learned, and then connect those things to what I've been taught in class this semester. I completed my observation hours at Oakland Heights Elementary in Miss Tankersley's 4th grade class. These students were very diverse, coming from many different economic backgrounds, as well as many different races in the classroom. This allowed for a very well-rounded class with a lot to learn from. One of the things I was most impressed with was the student-teacher relationship. Their relationship was very positive, and the students were very engaged and respectful. The students were also not afraid to communicate their level of understanding, and if they needed further explanation, they were never afraid to ask. Looking back at my observation hours, some of the lessons that I got to observe were a math lesson over fractions, reading groups and tests, science lesson over mechanical and chemical energy, as well as a career fair group project. The first thing I connected from my observation hours to what we've learned in class is cooperative learning. Students had the opportunity to get in groups of 4 or 5 to research a career. Students had several weeks to complete the project and worked on it for only short periods of time. They collaborated with their peers, created a visual, and presented their project. The second thing I connected was the zone of proximal development, specifically placing instruction into meaningful context. And the teacher, I observed, used a lesson on proverbs and adages to also teach the students life lessons. An example of this is don't bite the hand that feeds you. And this means that you don't want to hurt those who take care of you, or they might not want to take care of you anymore. So the teacher explained that these can be used in our writing, but she also explained them to teach the students different life lessons throughout the class. My observation teacher also used many of Vygotsky's different principles. Some of these were that she emphasized social interaction, and students were constantly collaborating and sharing ideas, and they did hands-on activities that challenged and stretched their thinking. I also saw in a lesson about fractions that my teacher used information processing. The teacher created a catchy jingle with a dance that reminded students how to change mixed numbers into improper fractions. And the jingle was multiply and add. This was an example of information processing because she caught the students' attention by teaching them the jingle and then repeated it with every problem that they completed. This made it memorable for the students, and they were able to store that information in their long-term memory. From my personal experience, I got to see the cognitive development in some of our students. I got the chance to give students individual reading comprehension tests, and through this I saw how their fluency and analysis skills improved. Through my observation and what I've learned in this class, the two main takeaways that I have had are the importance of assessing students and documenting their developmental growth, as well as including several different types of learning styles in each lesson. When I become a teacher, one of the things that I really want to emphasize is making sure that I use as many different learning styles as possible to appeal and benefit to every student that I encounter. And some of those are visual, logical, kinesthetic, and musical, but there are several more.
Created using Powtoon.